It's good to see you. Come on, it's Sarah's birthday week.
And we have our first collab today from Highland Springs Soap Company with the Razor Company.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, it's so cool that Sarah's birthday pops up on our 1 month anniversary.
It does.
Here.
And we were in a live last week with Shave Migos, and in the conversation, people are asking what razors we used, and we actually share a razor.
Yeah.
And Jason from the Razor Company decided that I needed to have a leaf we should not be sharing.
And he just popped in and
just sent it. So Crystal helped pack it up and picked this color, and I just have to show you.
How amazing is this community? When they found out that we were sharing my Henson, they just sent her a leaf razor.
We're just still clearly learning, and I have not used it yet. We have only had the single range one.
So I always have mine kind of here on the set, so it'll be fun to have our friends.
A his and a hers.
Yeah,
so, and I didn't know what color they picked, which, of course I had to go look.
To see this.
So it is just...
Oh, and look how it looks in the box.
It is just beyond gorgeous. Oh, I'm glad the camera kind of can show the colors.
You had done your research. As soon as she opened the box, she knew exactly what this was called. So what was it again?
Prism, I think is what they call it. But yeah, and it actually has some weight to it.
Yeah,
you can put 3 different blades.
Cool.
So I'm going to be learning and keeping you guys along with how this goes.
Yeah, it said you can put in 1, 2, or 3.
Right. So
and it's single edge.
It is, yes, single edge. So there's different little tiers to put them.
What I like about this is it has a spring on it, so the angle is like automatic. That's really cool.
Right, which I didn't really think I'd miss that much, but the more I shave with this one, I do like that you can flip it, and you can do both sides for the double edge. So my legs are a little bony because they're tiny, which is fine. But I think I did miss having this option while shaving. So I'm kind of excited to try this out. And when we get to the shaving portion, I'll let you know how it goes.
Oh, this is so
thank
sweet,
you, Jason,
you
and
guys.
everyone that helped make this happen. I'm
and
very
the
excited.
Razor Company, and coincidentally, we have a Razor Company soap that we're going to look at today. And this has been sitting on our piano, and we thought, wow, this is just so cool that
a little birthday fun and
for our
this.
mention section, and then we get to do their collaboration. And it's our first collab.
So, do we meet the soap?
Let's meet this soap. All right, so let's have a conversation. Last time we had a conversation, a grown-up conversation, it was about...
We are grown-ups.
Yeah, it was about choosing to use the word homage rather than use the word
dupe.
Yeah, and even like when we're sitting around the couch or going for our walk and we're talking about homages, we are going to be careful not to use that word even amongst ourselves.
Right.
Just because it's great. It's just for us, it's a little bit disrespectful because it's duplicating something when we've kind of discovered that it's recreating something. Or
right, or finding something new, like inspired by.
Right, or trying to, an effort to make it better if possible, because now they have a lot better ingredients and things like that.
Or maybe newer things they didn't have before that could recreate it in a different way.
Right.
So.
But we are now coming up with some rules and regulations for the Barbershop Quartet. And here's one of them. This soap is possibly an homage. And the reason that I will even bring that up is because in the name, it's pretty clear.
Right. I didn't know until you said it. I really had no idea.
And what you're seeing now is a brilliant spreadsheet that was made by a new friend of ours who listed all of the popular fragrances and all of the soap homages, the shaving soap homages that have been made from those colognes. So in looking over that list, I ran across one by Tom Ford called Lost Cherry. And this one that we're going to look at today is called Found Cherry. So in the name, they are possibly suggesting the connection. But here's our rule that we sort of decided on before the show today.
Yes.
If in the manufacturer's description,
the artisan,
yes, if they list that they are creating this as an homage, fantastic.
Great.
But if they don't, we're not going to really connect them because it may not be something that they're trying to do. And
or
even though it says found cherry, lost
right.
cherry, they did not say that this was an homage in the description. So our new rule is if the artisan themselves did not connect them, we're not going to either.
And if we don't have access to the original one to even put our noses
then
on,
what difference does it make, right?
If we like it, we like it.
Yeah,
but
so
that's
anyway,
our recent discussion.
That's our new rule. So this is a collaboration between the Razor Company and HSSC.
Yes.
So Sarah looked at our schedule all the way through December and grabbed, I told her for her birthday, she should just grab one soap from the future and we'll do it today on her birthday. And this was her choice.
It just seemed too fitting.
I couldn't be happier. So let's unbox this sucker. All right, so this is from the Razor Company, and I love what they do. Just to preserve the unboxing experience, they also put it in an envelope.
And we used our gift card that we'd won in a different live. It might have been a Shave Migos live that we
that we won in
our first week of finding you guys. So.
We promise when we win gift cards, we're just going to make more episodes with the gift cards.
So here we go.
There's the blue tape.
So there may be 2 in here if I remember.
I'm getting a deep affection for the blue tape. I'll tell you what.
Where do we get in here? Yep, I swear I can.
I'll edit this part out. I swear.
He's struggling over here. We're just going to rip it
the
Marcus way. Okay.
Show the people.
Here we go. Voila.
Whoa. You gotta love that. Let's see.
Okay, let's see. Cool. And here are our little fun stickers.
We have a few soaps in here, so we're going to hide one because we're going to do that episode later. Shh. You did not just see the Shave Migos.
Nothing went by here at all.
You didn't see that
But
yet.
here we go.
This is ours for today. This is Found Cherry. Whoa, look at that red.
We were lost, and now we are found.
I love this label. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Do you like cherries?
It's funny. I used to always be like the strawberry shortcake kind of guy.
Right,
like I would strawberries and cherries.
This soap out of all, so I'm assuming you like cherries.
But yeah, I when I was younger, red was always my favorite color. So anything kind of classified in that category. So
and look at the fonts. That's really cool. The way that the N sort of is just made from the U and the D. Just these little touches are just so cool.
Right.
Ooh, I think you get to do our first impression first. Elaine was crying, so she clearly wanted to be on our episode today.
Oh, do you want to sniff it
too? Here we go. This is how you
Okay.
celebrate birthdays in a wet shaving hobby household.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
look
to
at that
you.
boy. That's one of our darker ones so far.
Happy birthday, dear Sarah. Happy birthday to you.
And we get the birthday whiff.
Take a whiff. The patented birthday whiff. You'll only find that here in the Barbershop Duet. Yeah, what do you got?
Yeah. It's reminding me of something, but I don't know exactly what. So maybe
we've had a little cherry in a soap or two in our very beginning, but this one is our first black cherry.
It's more warm for sure.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Give it a sniff.
Okay, you can smell.
I didn't lick it.
You want to smell?
Oh, I think we like it.
Oh, she is a fan.
It's funny she knows not to lick it. That's funny.
Oh, this is the darkest soap we've had yet.
That's what I said.
Oh, it's just beautiful. Okay, here we go. Wow. No, wow.
It's funny.
It doesn't hit me with cherries, though. Oh.
But does it remind you of something else? Because I can't figure out what it is.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Let's see what you get.
It's so clean and so fresh. Like, I wonder if I knew someone that had something similar and I just don't know.
Oh, it's so beautiful. It's almost as if it could be a cologne.
Yeah, it does have that fresh scent at the end.
Just that. Colognes just have a certain kind of balance to them.
Yeah.
And this has that beautiful.
But I still feel like it's sweet, but it's a different type of cherry sweet. It's not the maraschino cherry sweet.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm going to turn our dog into a lather bowl. Hey.
Thanks, Lainey.
I didn't
that
think
was
that
helpful.
would work. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's scoop our little in here.
Oh. Wow, it's dark all the way through. Wow.
Oh, it's not. Look.
Oh, no.
When you go deep enough.
Okay.
It has not oxidized yet,
Interesting.
I think. I read that.
Did you?
Yeah, in an article.
Okay.
I don't really know what I'm talking about yet. We're still very new to this whole shaving.
We're still learning, but that's okay. We got to start somewhere.
Oh, it's just...
It is a little darker in the lather.
I made fun of her accidentally the other day for suggesting that a darker soap would make a darker lather, and it turns out I was wrong. I was very wrong.
It did not happen with one of them, but the last two it for sure has.
This is so cool. Sarah is still, sadly, our lathering champion. I gave it a full 4-minute try today. I had a really good experience today with lathering.
But
I am
been practicing.
I have, but I am still not quite to your level. I even bring some out sometimes and just practice lathering while I'm proofreading these episodes. And yeah, she's still better than me. She's got like a back and forth thing she does.
I forget. Somebody told me
Jerry
a video.
told us
Yeah,
to
was
go
it
back
Jerry?
and forth first.
Yeah, not just up and down.
Not just up and down. You go back and forth. Oh,
I
what
do
a nice
like
lather bowl.
I do like the wider bowl. I feel like I can get a lot more
and look at this.
action
You got
going on.
sticky yogurt in there now. Wow. Show the camera this flippin' lather you do. I mean, if this Pilates thing doesn't work out, you could go into lathering
my new
professionally. Right?
Okay.
Wow. There it is.
I don't know how it got
There it is.
brighter and deeper all at the same time.
Oh, it needed lathering. I'm so glad they said to lather on the show.
Yeah, it's I feel like it's still waking up.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
But this is our first one from, I know it's a collab technically, but it's our first one from HSSC.
HSSC, yeah.
So it's nice
I'm so curious how the collabs even work. Like, do they say I have an idea for
the team
scent,
decides on the scent or what to put out exclusively somewhere? Wow, this is just waking up like crazy. And it's not quite white, everyone. It does have a little fun tint to it.
And I love I don't want to if this sounds at all mean, it's not. This is not real cherry. So this is not meant to this is not a gourmand.
Right.
At all.
That makes total sense.
And
yeah.
I adore that.
It's funny because when I think cherry, I think my brain thinks this. Not when I eat an actual cherry, which is so weird. But we've been almost trained to think that smell is much more of a cherry smell than like the maraschino cherry or something else.
Right. So when I see a Hirschfeld drawing of someone and I just whoa, how did he make that caricature with one unbroken line? How did he do these amazing things? That caricature does not look real. It doesn't look like Liza Minnelli. It looks like a weird line. But when you step back and you look at it, you're like, what he did with that medium is with that person is insane. And what they did with cherry in this medium, it's not for me a real cherry smell. It's a caricature of that cherry through the eyes of a skilled perfumer.
That is a very good way to put it.
So I hope you don't hear this as a criticism because any more than a perfect Hirschfeld drawing is bad. No, is not. I am so happy to have this because everybody kind of agrees on what real cherries smell like. This is somebody's vision of what a cherry smells like.
So it's funny because when we've done some lathers before, we've talked about it spreading the smell out.
Yes.
I think this one added more tiers to the birthday cake. There's more vertical.
Yeah, let's see.
The darker's got darker and the brighter's got brighter somehow.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I smell everything now along with the cherry a lot more. So
right. Before I was much more hit with that.
Right. And I'm trying to remember the original scent notes. If only there was a way for us to read them. If you saw our videos last weekend, we have an affinity for amazing descriptions. So not like scent notes, but the J. Peterman catalog version of the description of the soap. We love that. So this has a great one. You want to read this?
All right. Deep in the woods lies a bright red cherry, plump, full of color and sweetness. The found cherry appears only once every 2 years. Only one has been ever found, and now it lies in your hands.
Okay, and it has scent notes.
It does. So, wait for it.
Yeah. There's only 3.
There's only 3.
Strap in.
There's only 3.
It's going to be a quick
Which
ride.
sometimes I think is nice because
I'm
some
loving
get
discovering
really
that.
complex.
Right. I'm discovering that
I
I equally appreciate 90 scent notes and 2 or 3.
Right.
Very cool thing with both sides.
Because without reading that, I definitely get the cherry. I definitely get there's something darker. And there's something else that I don't know. So this is what they list. Okay. Black cherry, tonka bean.
Good.
And almond.
Yep. Yes. You know what's common about all 3 of those too? The sweetness is reduced. Because with cherry, you can turn the sweetness way up to maraschino level kind of stuff. This is the other direction. This is cherry from a cherry tobacco. This is cherry from that, a black cherry.
But tonka bean is more like a vanilla.
And it's a vanilla, somebody said. One of the commenters saved our butt on that. It's not chocolate, it's a vanilla. Thank you, commenters.
So, but it's not, I don't want to say it's not as sweet of a vanilla, but it's almost like that deeper vanilla bean like zone.
Right, because you have to mix the vanilla with a lot of other stuff to make it like have sweet organically. I think
not like our cooking
not
vanilla.
Like super sweet. So I love that while a cherry soap could have gone super maraschino and sweet, this went the other way. And sweet is not the first thing I grab.
No,
I mean, how is it not? But it's not.
We've done a few different cherries, and some of them are much more like summery. Like it took me to that kind
like
of place.
the real cherry, like a maraschino cherry or a real cherry.
I feel like this could be year round, anytime, any place.
Oh yeah, this could be a winter.
Okay, yeah,
100%.
Right, like the darker parts of it, totally,
winter.
yeah. So it's not as seasonal, maybe, as like real cherries.
Now, interesting question. Thank you. Could this be a cologne? Could this work as a cologne? I could see if you smoked a pipe with cherry tobacco. That like you'd wear this.
Okay, that makes sense.
The grandfather in the original Parent Trap movie, who they describe as smelling like tobacco and peppermint, I could see him.
Totally.
I could see him wearing this.
Yes. But there's such a classy, clean part to
right,
the
and
smell.
I think that's why when you take the overly sweet part out of the cherry and you make it more of the dry cherry smell, and you let the vanilla and the tonka add a little sweet, and the almond add a little sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, because like an almond is not organically crazy sweet, but it does have a little bit, right? Oh, this is just beautiful.
It just doesn't smell as much as edible. But I kind of like that.
Right. No, it's not.
Because some of the other cherries we had were more of like, oh my gosh, I want to go to that bakery. I want to go there. Yeah.
It's not the food version of a cherry.
Totally.
You know, I'm trying to think of a good analogy of like where you'd have another version of a gourmand scent that's not a gourmand. But like this is beautifully done because it's an unmistakably black cherry, but not a food version of it.
Yeah,
like a caricature
and
is
not
not
even
a
like
photograph,
a drinkable one. You know, like this.
No,
there
no,
is
no.
sometimes.
I wouldn't,
but
I
it's
wouldn't
not.
put this in my mouth. I would put this in my face.
But it does have
That's
that.
a good scale. How much of this would you put in your mouth?
Lainey didn't eat it, so maybe
that's true. The dog left it alone.
But there is some sort of like clean, like straight out of the shower scent. Like it really does hit.
Yes. Thank you. It somehow in that balance, it doesn't darken it up. It's not spicy.
Right.
It's clean. It's very clean. I think that's the magic.
Yes.
Ooh.
So whatever that is, it's wonderful.
Yeah,
people.
well done.
It's not what we expected, but I like being surprised.
Hate how good this lather is. Let's go deeper. You've got your lady razor. Does this work for the ladies? Could this be a female scent? This is going to be a quick walk.
Yes.
This is an easy answer. This is
for
low-hanging fruit. Oh, 100%. But, let's go the other way. Does this, being, I think, so organically sort of feminine, look at the label, this is not, how some scents will say, like, super masculine, woody, blah, blah, blah. This is the opposite. So, like how Le Male was like...
Right, but even if it was sort of an ode to a something kind of cologne-wise, it doesn't make me think only... male. Like I feel like it really could bounce either direction.
Yeah.
Like
I feel
we
like
may fight over this.
Better female almost than it does male.
Just slightly.
Right.
But I kind of like that it's not set. Like anyone who smells it could totally use it.
I know we don't really comment on lather, but I'm looking at this and I'm wanting to put this on my face to shave because of how safe a lather like
it's very
this
thick yogurty
would make me feel.
Yeah, and we haven't had one before from HSSC, so we didn't know what to experience.
Yeah, and we have a little placard with the base and the ingredients at the beginning of the episode. So going by the description, only one of these cherries grows every 2 years, which might make it really hard to get your own! So check out their website at highlandspringssoap.ca, where you'll find a wide range of wonderful products. And to get Found Cherry, it's an exclusive with the Razor Company. Why not use our affiliate link in the description? It lets them know we sent you, and it provides us back a small percentage of the sale, which we'll use to make more episodes, and we're grateful.
I am back from using Found Cherry, and I gotta say that lather is pretty magnificent. I definitely had lots left over. The scent intensity, I would say, is about a 2.5, and the scent longevity, about the same 2.5, but I will definitely be using it again. All right, I got to break in my birthday gift from Jason at the Razor Company, and we don't normally review razors, but I gotta say, this is worth reviewing. It was pretty awesome. I did the 2 blades instead of the 3, which they kind of suggest for you to try it out. So I did that for 2 different shaves, and I think I'm ready to step it up to 3. But even with these 2 in, 1 passed, and it got everything. I was very impressed. And I did like the fact that I got my hinge back, whereas the double edge razor, I didn't have that. So getting closer to the bony areas and stuff, I got a nice smooth shave, and I wasn't worried about cutting myself. So I'm very excited to keep using this. Thank you so much.
No. This smells absolutely glorious. And I love that it doesn't. All of the things about cologne that make a cologne a cologne. So like the way it hits, the intensity that it hits, the depth that it hits. This is different. This is more like just how somebody smells.
Yeah.
You know, like they've been somewhere fresh. They've been somewhere a little fruity and dark.
Yeah, if I walked by somebody that had a little zest of that, I'd be like, ooh, what's that?
Where have you been? Right? It's more of that thing. It's not like you're wearing a cologne. It's like you've been somewhere amazing. And I think that's the point of something like this. Yeah. I know this has nothing to do with Tom Ford. But I'm curious about some of the other Tom Ford fragrances now because his name seems to be everywhere.
It really does. I really don't know too much about that.
Hey, if all y'all have a Tom Ford fragrance that you like, with our new spreadsheet, it's pretty easy to find some associated soaps. So put them in the comments. Let us know what your favorite Tom Ford fragrances are. Who should we try and get a little whiff to next? Yeah. If these two are indeed connected, as the title seems to indicate, I'm very curious because this is a whole different world.
It is a whole other side of shave soaps that we really haven't dove in too much.
Wow, a caricature of a fruit.
Really is.
What a great idea. Because then it can just be like, let's take an apple and make it sophisticated. Let's take a peach and make it more juicy. Right? So it's that. It's a black cherry made way more sophisticated.
I don't think I would get tired of it at all. Like every time I sniff it, I feel like it's like, oh, that is a new fun way to smell a cherry.
Oh, this gets a place of honor in our shaving.
It really does. Wow. Well, thank you for spending a birthday fun little trip with us.
Being here.
Yeah. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.